Well, the Liberian election kick-started yesterday. Unfortunately, there are two casualties. We'll be connecting live from there, but 19 candidates are in a race to unseat the Coalition for Democratic Change, led by former footballer George Weah, after serving his first term in office as president of that country. Key among them is former Vice President Joseph Boakai, who is leading the biggest opposition party, the Unity Party, for the election. Now, issues of the economy and security remain priority to the electorate. Nanaya Ojima of our Foreign Affairs Desk has been to the streets of Monrovia and filed this report.
The busy Randall Street in Monrovia is waking up to its usual congestion and chaos. Like many parts of Africa, these traders have taken to the pavements, displaying their wares for sale. Within the group are a small number of traders clad in colors of the Unity Party. Through music and dance, they show their allegiance to the opposition leader, Joseph Boakai. For them, the ruling party is struggling with corruption and the economy, hence the need to give way to the opposition.
By the present government, we have seen things are not working the way he promised the Liberian people to change their lives, but we are seeing things have become very difficult for people. The common Liberian people that were happy before with this government, they themselves have felt the suffering that the government have brought. They are only there for themselves. They are not there for the people. So the rescue team that is led by Waka, we believe that he got the ingenuity to change the country around. This is the reason why we choose to follow him.
Actually, I'm a former citizen. We are going to support Joe Braga because he's someone who has integrity. We're going to vote on Joe Braga because he's someone who has vision. We can rescue this country. That one of the main reasons we're going to vote Joe Braga as the next president of the Liberia.
The issue have to do with President Weah. You know, President Weah one said that he is not a politician. The Liberian people force his surrounding forces to become president. So for I can't believe President Weah because he is not a politician. They don't know the job. So that's the reason why we decided to vote him out. President Weah messed the country out. There's no job, there's no company, nothing going on. We are doing business, no buying. We're complaining, no buying.
On the same Randall Street, many hold contrary opinion on the choice of candidates. According to these people, challenges in the economy is a global phenomenon. They believe there is need for a second term for the CDC.
Wow, for me, from the situation surrounding the current government, for me, I see there's a reason for him succeeding the second term. Because we see a lot of development, a lot of opportunity, a lot of environment. For the past government, we have been doing normal business here. People have been running, have been chasing us. But since we get into the government, we have been peaceful and free to do our normal business. So for which I'm seeing, it will better get the second term.
I'm voting for the best candidate ever.
Which one is that?
Country Giant. The pride of Africa, the black diamond from Liberia. He said, I'm going to vote for on Tuesday. Bakugbe, president-elect, again, for the second term, George Weah.
Where are they coming to change? Why did they not change? They want to change. What the law that they're looking for to find? So now we prefer the current president to be re-voted to be the next president of people Liberia because he's doing well. There are a lot of things that they not set in the country that he try to set it. People try to blame 175-year-old probably on someone who just a president for 5 years. It will never be that. Change is a process. It's a gradual thing. So we are on the red trajectory of change. So we cannot change what we are.
It is the fourth election of the country after restoration of democracy in Liberia. In deepening democracy, the Economic Community of West African States has offered the necessary logistical and human resource for the election. The streets of Monrovia are excited about the upcoming election. One thing or one message that is being sent across by every person I've spoken to so far is that there is need for peace in this country. The country would not want to go back to the days of civil war. For Joy News, Nanaya Ojima reporting.
And that was that package put together by Nanaya Ojima. He's standing by for us at a polling station in Monrovia currently. Just to give you a bit of the scoop. So on the back of the fracas yesterday and 2 people losing their lives, it's all about Joseph Boakai and his party. Remember, under Samuel Doe, he was actually Agric Minister. Then he became Veep for an extensive period under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And currently, he wants to be president. He tried the last time. The election went into a runoff, and George Weah actually came up tops. But what will happen this time? Nanaya Ojima is standing by for us. A very good morning to you, Nanaya. Okay, so we'll try to work the connection to Nanaya Ojima, get him online so he can share his thoughts with us. He finds himself currently at a polling station, I suspect somewhere in Monrovia, the capital. He's part of that team going around, ECOWAS team, sanctioned, of course, media person, bringing us the scoop on the latest developments there. But we also know that on the back of some of the reactions we have had, on the back of some of the rhetoric on the streets, this election could go into a runoff, like the last few elections in Liberia have actually witnessed. And if it does, that would likely be a straight fight between Joseph Boakai's party and the party of George Weah. The dynamics, it's maybe too close to call as of now, but we'll get the latest on what exactly has been happening, what culminated in the deaths of these 2 people, and what we can expect in the coming days. Nanaya, can you hear me now? So we'll try to work the connection, get to Nanaya Ojima. It's quite an attempt as far as the technology is concerned today. We're trying to patch his feed live so we can catch videos or at least the sound, the ambience of that situation there. But Liberia going to the polls for yet another time. After Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there has been a lot of criticism on the back of the style of George Weah. Some of the antics of his son have not, exactly aided his cause. But he has gone past all of that. He's contesting a second term. And the question is whether he will be able to retain his seat as president. Nanaya Ojima now connects with me from Liberia. Nanaya, where exactly are you? Are you still in the capital? And what can you tell us about the latest happenings?
Person, a voting person here in Monrovia. So far, the queue keeps getting long. A number of people have come out from their homes.
Keeps getting long. A number of people have come out from their homes to join the queues and get the opportunity to vote. So the numbers here keep increasing. Almost all the polling places that I've been to this morning has huge numbers in these polling stations.
Right, so today is D-Day, and like you're saying, people are pouring out onto the streets. But yesterday we got the feeling that, today's election could lead to a runoff. Hello? Is that still the rhetoric? Hello, Nanaya, can you hear me? All right. So at least some footage, some images from Liberia as confirmed by Nanaya Ojima. People are pouring out there to the polling stations. People are running to the polling stations, so to speak, all in a bid to express their feelings, their sentiments. It's more of a verdict on the leadership of George Weah. But where the pie will crumble is what we all await. We're just hoping, like Major General Kutia expressed to me in that earlier conversation, that peace will prevail, that we'll not see any fighting, and that in the end, the results will be free and fair. The electoral process will be free and fair. Of course, the ECOWAS team is on hand, currently monitoring matters, part of which my colleague Nanaya Ojima is a member of. And if you know of the rhetoric, if you know of the history, I should say, as far as Liberia is concerned. I personally was caught in that, together with my family, that first civil war in 1989, leading all the way to 1997. And after that, what followed, leading to some peace of some sort in Liberia. Then there was the rule of Charles Taylor. If you look at all of those in the mix, from Samuel Doe to the Prince Johnsons, the Charles Taylors, and where Liberia is now, it has come pretty far. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf leading that country, the Harvard graduate, leading that country for quite a number of years. And the tail of the tape was that Joseph Boakai, who had served under Samuel Doe, who had been Veep for quite a long time, would take over. George Weah, who had been a 2-term senator, took over from there, and he's never looked back. The question we're asking is whether today the people of Liberia will retain George Weah or will cede to that coalition formed by Joseph Boakai. We'll try one more time to see whether we can reach Nanaya Ojima, barring which we shall proceed from here. And much later, if we can hear from him, then maybe we'll pick his report on those matters. Nanaya, can you hear me now? Is it possible to have a conversation? All right. So we do not have Nanaya, but the latest that there are 20 candidates vying for that slot of president in Liberia. Time will tell. By the close of today, leading into tomorrow, we'll be able to tell where the cookie will fall and who likely will be the next leader of that country. Of course, whatever happens there also impacts our country. Do stay with us. Up next, a lot more. We still have conversations with the Emmy Awards and then Goyle as far as the National Science and Math Quiz are concerned. We'll be right back.
Hello there. Thank you so much for staying here on the AM show. I'm Bernice Abubeidulansa, and much earlier you saw my colleague Benjamin Akapu talking about the Liberia elections being held today. Apologies, we had a bit of a technical hitch, but thankfully we've been able to restore our connection to our man on the ground, Nanaya Ojima, and he has been engaging the head of the ECOWAS Observation Mission in Liberia, Professor Atahiru Jega.
So far, so good. There is an impressive turnout, and the first polling unit we went to, we observed the commencement, and it appears that all is well. We hope that from what we are seeing in terms of the discipline of voters on the queue, and also the diligence of the polling station officials, it promises to be a good, transparent process, and we will throughout the day go around other polling units, and we hope that what we see will be consistent in all the other polling units, because what we have seen is impressive, and certainly will augur well if it is sustained.
So we know that ECOWAS has over 120 observers across the country. Obviously, you should be picking some reports from some of these people. What are they saying?
So far, the reports we have received indicate that things are going on smoothly. And obviously, that's what we all hope in an election environment, to have a good commencement, a peaceful commencement, an orderly process, and to have it sustained throughout the day. So we look forward to going around other polling stations throughout Monrovia, and we will keep receiving reports from our observers deployed all over the country. And so far so good, and we hope that this is a very good omen.
So before today, we had a conversation and we spoke about some of the arrangements done by NEC, security and everything. All the arrangements, are things falling in place?
From what we have seen so far, they all seem to be falling in place, and it's quite impressive. In particular, we need to commend the Liberian people for coming out evidently in large numbers to participate in these elections. And as I said earlier on, the orderliness on the queues, long queues, is quite impressive. We urge all others who have not yet come out to ensure, if they are qualified, that they use today's opportunity to come out and vote, and to do so very peacefully.
All right, thank you. So that was Professor Atahiru Jega, and he is head of the ECOWAS Observer Mission here in Liberia, and this is the second voting precinct he has visited, and he has visited the polling stations and observing things. According to him, things are going on very well. He is happy with what he has seen so far. So far, according to reports that he's been receiving from his men on the ground, is that things are calm within these counties, and polling materials or election materials have reached lots of these polling stations. Let me talk to some of the people who have been here this morning in the queues. You see a lot of people. This is just outside just the outside of the polling station. There's people forming queues. The queues go way just within these polling stations. You have these people in there queuing, and more of them queue here. This is not the only polling station with these numbers. Still early in the morning, few minutes after 8 a.m. and these are the numbers we are seeing. Young man, thank you very much. Why you are here early this morning? Why is that so?
I'm here to vote because I came early this morning to cash out my vote. Yeah, but then since then, the line is too much, so I just decided to wait a little bit until it can reduce.
So when exactly did you come in here? When? At what time did you come in?
I actually wake up at 6 a.m. this morning, and then because the line was still long, so I went home and then to go leave my phone back. Then I come back again by around let's say 8 o'clock. So I'm still here until now. I'm still waiting.
All right, thank you very much. So 8 a.m. Did you also come here 6 a.m.?
Yes.
And you're still waiting?
I'm still waiting.
You don't know when exactly you vote. Can you wait for that long?
I will wait for the time.
Okay. Anyway, you came here this early? Why this early?
To vote.
And you stay in the queue to get your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So these are some of the people who are in the queue here in Monrovia, and we'll continue to observe things within Monrovia and keep you updated on whatever happens here in Liberia, Monrovia to be precise.